There can only be one winner, and you're looking at him. Let's go.
Now let's talk about zombies. Zombie Master and Book of Life. These cards on first look, they look nuts. Zombie Master could discard a zombie to special summon a zombie from either player's graveyard that's level 4 or lower. Book of Life, special summon a zombie and banish a monster from your opponent's graveyard. That's like a double benefit. Actually, what you think is a benefit by having to banish a monster from your opponent's graveyard in order to special summon a zombie from your grave, that's the downside, because you can't even activate it unless they have a monster in their graveyard. So this is a great mid to late game card. You're not going to be able to use it early because you need a zombie in your grave. How you doing that? And a monster in their graveyard. Now, same thing with Zombie Master. You would think that you could discard a zombie and special summon that same zombie. You're right, but you're also wrong. How are you wrong? You can only discard that zombie to re-special summon that zombie if there is already a zombie in your opponent's graveyard or in your graveyard, so it requires a setup. Transcendent Crystals can hopefully help with that setup, as you could instantly discard a zombie. Now you could use your Zombie Master for the rest of the duel. Maybe Grass That's Greener will be a good deck with these zombies. Otherwise, too slow for speed dueling, as you don't have a good turn 1 or even a turn 2 play with both of these cards. Now, let's move on, as we say both of those are too slow. Necro, Nether Soul, Dragon. This card is very cool. Basically, when it battles a monster as a 3000 attack monster, it can't destroy any monsters by battle, but it will turn the monster that it battled with into a 0 attack monster, and then you're going to summon a token equal to the original attack of the monster you just battled with. Then that token will take it out. So attack, reduce to 0, summon a token, take out the monster. But if they have a face-up Cocytus and defense, you're going to put the Cocytus to 0 attack, you'll summon a token that's 1800, but then the token can't take out Cocytus because it's 2900 defense, so it just stalls it out. Now that you know the effect of the monster and its 3000 attack, how do we summon this monster? It just requires 2 zombie-type monsters, so it's similar to Supernaturalist and Gravekeepers where you could just use Polymerization. But do we even use Polymerization to summon the Gravekeeper Fusion? We don't. But how do we summon this? We can use Polymerization, or we could use the new card called Dragon's Mirror. Now, Konami's trying to be funny. They're saying that you could use Zombie World to turn your monsters into the grave into zombies, then activate Dragon's Mirror. You're just going to use zombie monsters. You don't need the Zombie World, so it's simply just going to be Dragon's Mirror. Dragon's Mirror is just like Magicalized Fusion, if you know what that card is. If you don't know, forget about it. You could use your fields or graveyard for your fusion summon. Polymerization, you could use your hand or field for fusion summon. So if you have 2 zombies in the hand, field, and or graveyard, you're going to combo up your Dragon's Mirror or your Polymerization to summon your Necro Nether Soul Dragon. What's the best way to play it? Who knows? Maybe a Vampire Fusion deck, maybe Zombies Grass That's Greener. Lots of different ideas to summon this boss monster. I think we could even use Necro Fusion, right? Necro Fusion could be pretty good. Fusion, summon a fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on it from your graveyard face down, so you could fuse your Necro Fusion Dragon onto your opponent's turn. Let's talk about ultra rare and super rare cards. We already talked about all the cards that are crossed out right here. Now, a great card in the TCG. It's been used in top tier decks all the way up till 2016. I don't know what happened after 2016. Did Link Summoning happen then? Because that's when the decks stopped using this. I played up till 2014. You could discard a card, target any card on the field, destroy it. Back row, monster, anything. Negate field spells when they activate the field spell, chain the Raigeki break. Let's talk about this. Extremely versatile. It could cause things to miss the timing. I'll explain that. The only drawback is discard a card. Now, some people might think it works with Dark World. It does not. It's a cost of discard. Now, versus Almond Sabers, it deals with Mole Hue, takes out Purgatrio, it can negate the field spell. You can't use versus Cocytus though, that's the biggest downside. Against Blackwings, when they summon a monster or the Simoon under Black Whirlwind, you don't have to destroy the Black Whirlwind. You could chain destroy the monster, and that will negate the Black Whirlwind. So no search, they lose their monster. Dark Lords take out their monster in the end phase. Cristrons, you could chain it versus their Citri and negate the Synchro Shokan. It's a great versatile card. The biggest problem is just Cocytus. You can make Assault Mode monsters miss the timing or Yubel. So when there's a Yubel or a giant Assault Mode monster, you're gonna chain link to your Raigeki Break, destroy it on chain link 2, chain it to anything. That's all you have to know. It will make the Yubel or the Assault Mode miss the timing. They will not be able to summon a monster onto the field. Think about it. Vulcan the Divine. Generic level 6 synchro, any deck could play this. On summon, target a face-up card you control, which could be itself, but maybe you're playing a field spell deck, so just target the field spell or any other face-up card you control. Return it back to your hand. And you also get to return a face-up card your opponent controls back to their hand. You cannot activate either card that was sent back to the hand for the rest of the turn for your turn. Now, this card competes with Brionic. Brionic already returns cards back to the hand, so simply, Brionic's better. But if you want to play a card like Fire Fist Spirit, which can only summon a Beast Warrior type monster, it works with that. Also, if you're playing Fire Fist cards, all the fire formations, they activate, they do something, you return it back to your hand, you could reuse it next turn. And like we said, use a field spell skill with your Vulcan, return the field spell, return their card back to their hand, then you get to keep your Vulcan on the field. Pretty cool, but Brionic is simply better. Red Resonator. Konami is making it super easy to Synchro Shokan. Red Resonator, level 2 tuner, on summon, special summon a level 4 or lower monster from your hand. That's instant level 5, level 6 synchro, or a instant level 8 Dark Dragon synchro if you summon a Red Rising Dragon. Because when you summon Red Rising Dragon, which is level 6, you get to retarget your Resonator in your graveyard, re-special summon it, then synchro into a level 8 Dark Synchro, which could be a Red Dragon Archfiend. Very cool. Dark and Dragon could be a great card to summon with this. Normally a difficult card to summon, this is a very easy summon. Once per turn, you can target a monster your opponent controls. You lose 500 attack and defense, but send that target to the graveyard. If you like Dark Lord Desire, then your Resonator is a 1-card Dark Lord Desire. Send their monster face up, face down to the graveyard. Send it, don't destroy it. If you use your Red Resonator with a Psy Reflector, that is a Quarion. Resonator, summon the Psy Reflector, add the Assault Beast discard, then special summon onto the field. Quarion, 3000 attack, banish up to 3 monsters on the field and or graveyard. That's a crazy combo. You could use it with Rise Bell, the Star Adjuster, to make a level 5 through 8 synchro, since it can adjust the levels on the field. Now, what's really crazy about the card is it could summon Maju. 4,000 attack. That's right. Red Resonator can summon a 4,000 attack monster from the deck. I'm going to show you exactly how. Here's the combo. You're going to play Golden Castle Stromberg. You're going to search it or just play it. This is how the Stromberg deck works. You play 6 of these because there's another monster that searches it. Your opponent cannot attack. If they attack, they get destroyed. Then in your standby phase, you're going to mill the top 10 cards of your deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're all going to get banished. Now, with every card banished, with a Red Resonator in your hand, you're going to summon it to then special summon a level 4 monster from your hand. Red Resonator, summon a princess, for example. Then you're going to Synchro Shokan into your Horse Prince. Horse Prince says on Synchro Summon, you could special summon 1 level 3 fire from your deck. You're going to view your deck. You're going to summon the Maju. Maju gains 400 attack and defense per remove from play card. There are 10 remove from play cards. 10 cards, 4,000 attack, just like that from the deck. Now you're playing like 6 Maju, so hopefully you don't banish it. That's crazy. Mystic Tomato. 16 years ago, this was played at 3 in the World Championship deck. At 3, 16 years ago, 2003. Why? When this is destroyed by battle, which means you can initiate that battle, you can attack with it, it will summon any dark monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck and face-up attack position. Special summon a Sangan. This card used to be limited to 1, so it was great to summon a Sangan. Sangan gets destroyed. Or you could summon itself. A great way to use this card back in the day was to thin out your deck, and then on their final attack, summon the monster you want. It could summon a Blast Spider for Despacito. It could summon Yubel, but Yubel's not good to special summon because you're going to need a way to destroy it. It doesn't have a good way to destroy itself to activate its effect. It could summon a Psy Reflector. Now, Psy Reflector competes with Serene Psychic Witch, for which is a better card to summon it from the deck. Serene Psychic Witch will summon it in the next standby phase. The Tomato will summon it right on the field right away. And Tomato's more protective of your life points as they can attack the Tomato, summon another Tomato, Serene Psychic Witch, they attack her. That's it. Your card's banished. It comes back in the next standby. Jester Confit. This straight up is a power creep of the many monsters that you could special summon your hand for free, like a Gillosaurus, a Dinethrium, a Junk Forward. Why? You could special summon it from your hand, and there's no downside. You do not have to have no monsters on the field to special summon it. You could special summon it alongside a monster. You do not have to make sure your opponent has a monster on the field. Those are usually the requirements for the free special summons. Level 1, Spellcaster, special summon. Just like that. Its other effect, don't worry about it. It's just a free special summon. Now, this could work well with Blizzard Princess. If you tribute summon this card using a single Spellcaster, that's right, one Spellcaster, your opponent cannot activate spell or traps for the rest of the turn. This is a crazy card to use with it. Also works well with the Jester. So Blizzard Princess deck, yes, please. I'll probably play Draw Sense High Level with Jester Confit and the Jesters for a true Blizzard Princess deck. Also, being a spellcaster, it works with Salt Magician. We already talked about Dragon's Mirror. Summon a dragon using your field or graveyard. Pretty much the only good dragon is the Dragon Necro Nether Soul Dragon. Let me know in the comments if you think there's a better dragon to summon with your Dragon's Mirror. You got Polly, which uses your hand and field. This uses your grave or field. Meme alert. 0 attack, 0 defense. Level 12 monster despite not having a level on the card. This cannot be synchro summoned. You must special summon it by sending 2 level 8 or higher monsters with the same level to the graveyard, and you have to control them. So basically the best way to summon this would be have a tuner on the field, probably a Whitestone of Ancients, a Blue Eyes in your hand, and a Blue Eyes on the field. You're going to activate level duplication, reveal the Blue Eyes, change the Ancients into a level 8. So now you have a level 8 tuner, a level 8 Blue Eyes, send them to the graveyard to summon your Phantasmal Lord Ultimate Bishi Balakin. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. It gains 1000 attack for each monster on the field, including itself. Now, once per turn during either player's main phase, you could special summon the same number of tokens on each player's field in defense position, so as to summon as many as possible. So you'll summon 2 on your field, 2 on your opponent's side of the field. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 attack. Because all the tokens and itself plus 1,000 for each monster on the field. And this card cannot attack for the rest of the turn after you do so, and you're summoning the tokens into defense position. Maybe we'll play this, maybe we won't. Underground Arachnid. Dark Tuner, non-tuner insect type monster, level 6. The chat was not able to help me with an easy way to summon this. So YouTube, I need you to tell me, how do we summon this very easily? The best way to summon it. Why do we want to summon it? If it attacks, your opponent cannot activate spell or trap cards, but the better effect is you could suck up a face-up monster your opponent controls. It becomes an equip card. When equipped with your opponent's monster, you can activate Cocoon of Evolution to tribute an insect with an equip card to summon your Metamorphosed Insect Queen from the deck. 2800 attack has some great effects. Read it yourself. But we want to focus on how do we summon this synchro? Figure it out. Now, the most hyped card in this box set. The chat would not shut up about it. I read it on Reddit. It's everywhere. Wolf is here. Dis Alpha Wolf uses his sense of smell to find the enemy. Hey, quit sniffing at my socks. What's great about Wolf is it's a level 3 Earth, 1200 attack, 800 defense. You could use this to summon Invoked Earth. Use it in your Invoke deck. Love it. And that's the conclusion of my Soul Resurrection mini box review. Let me know in the comments which deck type you are most hyped about. The most hyped about deck is going to be the first deck I post on YouTube as I play this on stream. Twitch.tv/DuelLinksMeta. Be there or else.